Hello everyone, myself Sowmya, Assistant Professor in CSE AIML Department, MLR Institute of Technology. In this video, we are going to discuss about Bitcoin. So coming to the overview of this presentation covers what is a Bitcoin, what are the different features of Bitcoin, so what is how Bitcoin came into picture, birth of Bitcoin, and what is actually a cryptocurrency means. So first of all, what is a Bitcoin? So Bitcoin is a decentralized digital currency often referred as a cryptocurrency. So Bitcoin is one of the cryptocurrency, but the actual definition of this Bitcoin is a decentralized digital currency. So we don't have any physical form for this Bitcoin. It is a digital currency and it is following the mechanism of decentralization. So decentralization in the sense we will the concept will come into the picture is blockchain. So Bitcoin is an application of blockchain. So what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a digital currency which is following the mechanism of blockchain. So blockchain is nothing but we know it is decentralized, distributed and transparent ledger of transactions, right? So the Bitcoin is a digital currency which is following the blockchain mechanism. So it was introduced in 2008 in a white paper. The white paper name is Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. So this was designed or developed by Satoshi Nakamoto, and till now we don't know the identity of this person. So we may consider his name as a group of individuals, or it might be a single person. So he wrote a white paper with the title Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. So what is the essence of creating this Bitcoin, that we will see in this video. But before going to that, Bitcoin is nothing but it is a digital currency which is following decentralization. So what are the different features of Bitcoin? So we know Bitcoin is using blockchain technology. Obviously it will take some of the features from the blockchain. So the first one is a blockchain. So one of the feature of Bitcoin is blockchain. So the underlying technology for this Bitcoin is blockchain. So blockchain technology application, one of the application of this blockchain technology is Bitcoin. And next is decentralization. So in Bitcoin also there is no central authority. For example, we know if I want to transfer some 1,000 rupees from account A to account B, then I need a middleman here. So who is that middleman? A bank. So it may be an application or it may be a person. So I want to transfer some amount to person B. So for this transfer I need to pay some amount also. So that depends on based on the amount. So if it is more, then the charged amount will also be more. But here there is no central authority to perform this. So automatically it will check, the program will check whether A is having sufficient funds or not. If A is having sufficient funds, then automatically the transfer will be done without the need of this middleman, that is intermediary. So here if it is a traditional currency, we are using bank as a middleman to perform this action. But in the blockchain, in the Bitcoin technology, you are not using any middleman here. Automatically you are transferring the amount from A to B. So that is nothing but decentralization. So there is no central authority to monitor this transaction. And cryptocurrency, we know Bitcoin is one of the cryptocurrency. So and it is using cryptographic techniques for providing the security. So we know traditional currencies are issued by the governments. So for India we have rupee, for US we have dollar. So these are all issued by the governments. But here this Bitcoin is not controlled by any central authority. So here we are not maintaining any central person to monitor this. So it is actually a cryptocurrency, digital currency, which is using the blockchain technology. And then mining. So new Bitcoins are created through a process called mining. So mining involves solving complex mathematical problems, and miners are rewarded with newly created Bitcoins for their efforts. So here mining is nothing but validating a transaction. So we know in blockchain we don't have any central authority to validate the transaction. Then how we are doing that? We are performing some consensus mechanism like proof of work or proof of stake. So then this, in proof of work, we are giving a mathematical puzzle to the miners. So what is this term miner? Miner is nothing but miners are nodes who are going to validate this transaction. If they need to validate the transaction, before that they should solve this mathematical puzzle. If anyone solves this puzzle, then for them, they are giving the authority to validate the transaction, and as well as they are also giving some reward. So what is that reward? In terms of bitcoins. So the mined bitcoins will be rewarded to this miners whoever solve this mathematical puzzle. So this mathematical puzzle, whoever solves this mathematical puzzle, they are eligible to validate the transaction, as well as they will also get the reward in terms of bitcoins. So next is limited supply. So bitcoins have limited supply. Already we have 20 million of bitcoins. They have already supplied these many bitcoins. So now there is no new supply for this bitcoins. So this scarcity is programmed into Bitcoin protocol as it is designed to mimic the scarcity of previous metals like gold. So here they have limited this what we call supply of this bitcoins to 21 million. Already we have released these many bitcoins. So after completing this, the total amount of this bitcoins, there is no new birth for this bitcoin. So they have programmed like that, the technology. And next is wallets. So as we know, Bitcoin is a digital currency, but where we need to maintain this, where we need to store this digital currency. To store this digital currency, you are using a wallet. So in this wallet, you are going to store this cryptocurrency. So like our wallets like GPay or PhonePe, here also they are maintaining wallet. In that wallet only, we can store this currencies. And this wallet may be a software based, hardware based, or even paper based. We have different types of wallets here. So we have software based, hardware based, and paper based wallets are there. Then how this wallets will be maintained? So wallets will be maintained using private key and public key. So if I want to get amount or digital currency from other person, then I need to share my public key with that person. Then person B is transferring amount to person A. How he is transferring? Using the public key of A. So he is transferring in terms of digital currency. Now A wants to transfer the amount to B. Then A should know his private key, or A should use his private key to transfer the amount. So each and every wallet will maintain two keys. One is public key and the other one is private key. So what's the use of public key? Public key is like a email ID. Anyone can know this. If anyone wants to send some email to me, then I should share my email ID. So using this, I can receive the mails. I can receive the amount. The same way, if I want to send a mail, I should know my private key. That is password. So using this private key or password, I can log in into my account. I can send some emails to other person. The same way, if I want to transfer some amount, I should use my private key to transfer the amount. If you know the private key, then only you can be able to transfer the amount. So in the Bitcoin network, we are using wallets, digital wallets, to store this digital currency, cryptocurrency. And this wallet will be maintained using two keys, public key and private key. So later on, we will discuss about this hardware based, paper based and software based wallets. And next is volatile. So as we know, Bitcoin's value can be highly volatile. So it may be it depends on the market, right? So it depends on the market demand, regulatory developments, so macroeconomic trends and investor sentiment. So based on these factors, the Bitcoin value will be volatile. So it may be high, it may be low based on all these factors. It is volatile. It is not fixed or it is not constant. It will be changed based on these factors. So next is pseudo-anonymity. So while Bitcoin transactions are recorded on the blockchain, public blockchain, users are identified by cryptographic address rather than the personal information. So now if I give any person to my GPay number, they will get to know my information, like my name is so and so, my number is so and so, like that they will get to know. But this wallet, this digital wallet, if I give my public address, public key to anyone, so they cannot get the identity of that person. So because of that issue only, till now we are not able to find the identity of this Satoshi Nakamoto. So now we know the public address, public key of this Satoshi Nakamoto, but we don't know the identity of this person. Why? Because by seeing the public key of a person, we cannot find out the identity of that person. So it will not share any personal information about that wallet. So next, birth of Bitcoin. So already we have the currency, like traditional currency like dollars or rupees. Then what's the need of this Bitcoin? What's the need of this digital currency? So we have three main requirements here. The first one is where one can directly transact with another person without involving a third party, like a bank, to verify and validate the transaction and thus avoiding the cost of mediation. So just now we discussed, if I want to transfer some amount from A to B in the traditional way, so the intermediary person will be bank. If I want to transfer some 1 crore amount, then obviously this bank will charge some amount for that transaction. So why we are paying to this bank? Why? Because the bank is validating whether A is a valid account, whether A is having sufficient funds or not. So all these things will be done by this bank. So for that purpose, you are giving some amount to this bank. So I don't want this. So I just want to transfer some amount from A to B without involving this third party. Then this is the first requirement. And the second one is that is not backed and controlled by a central authority and can assure the value of the money is maintained. So there should be no central authority. The same thing in the second requirement also, I don't want this bank to control the transaction. In the first requirement, the intermediary bank is maintaining, doing the validation. But in the second point, it is monitoring, it is controlling the accounts, right? A and B accounts are controlled by this bank. I don't want any central control or any central authority to control my wallet or amounts. The third requirement is where there is transparency in transaction while still maintaining the user's privacy. So they should be transparent. How the amount is splitted, how the amount is transferred to other person. Everyone should know, like A should know as well as B also should know. Right? So I want that transparency. Even though you are maintaining the transparency, you can still maintain the user's privacy. So I need these three requirements. So these three requirements cannot be achieved by the existing banking mechanism. So then he came with a solution called Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, it is solving all these requirements. The first one, there is no central authority or there is no middleman to perform this transaction. If I want to transfer some Bitcoins from A account to B wallet, A wallet to B wallet, directly you can transfer. There is no middleman here. And coming to the second one, there is no central authority to monitor this transaction. And the third one, as Bitcoin is following public blockchain, all the transactions are open, transparent. Anyone can see the transaction. Even now, I can open the Satoshi Nakamoto account and I can check the transaction. So to which account he is transferring, from which account he is getting the Bitcoins. So all these transactions we can see. If I know any public key address, then I can open that account, I can see the transactions also. I'll show that in the later videos. So what is this cryptocurrency? So till now we are discussing like Bitcoin is a digital currency or cryptocurrency, but what is actually a cryptocurrency means? So a cryptocurrency is a digital asset that is used as a medium of exchange on the blockchain. So it is actually a digital asset. So we don't have a physical form for this cryptocurrency. It is a digital asset. So it acts as a medium of exchange on the blockchain. So the most popular cryptocurrencies are Bitcoin, and after that we have Ether, and we also have Ripple, XRP tokens. All these are different cryptocurrencies which are following blockchain technology. And since the creation of the first decentralized cryptocurrency Bitcoin, so thousands of alternative digital currencies came into the pictures. So some of the other currencies are altcoins. So normally coins, just coins, tokens. So all these are different cryptocurrencies which are using blockchain technology. Of course, we have so many digital currencies which are not using blockchain technology and some are using blockchain technology. So according to this coin market cap, there are over 3,000 active cryptocurrencies, 3,000 different types of active cryptocurrencies as of October 2019. So now in the latest market, if I do any research by 2024, this will be more in count. So in 2019 only, we have 3,000 different active cryptocurrencies, but now we have so many. And in this 3,000, of course, some of them have stopped that we call supply and transacting all the coins, right? But the first ever decentralized cryptocurrency is Bitcoin. So later on, we have so many like altcoin, Namecoin, Ether, Ripple, right? So tokens, all these are different cryptocurrencies which are using blockchain technology. So that is about Bitcoin. So in this video, we discussed about what is Bitcoin, what are the different features of Bitcoin. So how this Bitcoin came into the picture, the birth of Bitcoin, and what is mean by cryptocurrency. Thank you.